I ka ihe a kamakani Hao mai na ale a ke kipupu He la au kalaihi Ia na ke anu I o kana hele o maki Kuaka I ka pau, kuaka awa awa hanene ke ki kala o ko hiroki O ilu ulu I ke one o hanakahi Kuaka I ka pau, kuaka awa awa hanene ke ki kala o ko hiroki O ilu ulu I ke one o hanakahi Ole vai mea
Ole wai mea I ka ihe a kamakani Hao mai na ale a ke kipupu Lau ka la ihi ana ke anu O I kana hele a o mahi ki Kuaka I ka pahu, kuaka awa awa hanane ke ki I kala o hilo kini ho I lulu I ke one o hanakahi Kuaka I ka pahu, kuaka awa awa hanane ke ki I kala o hilo kini ho I lulu I ke one o hanakahi Ho'i ke aloha I wai mea.
That's how you sang it?
That's how we sang it in 1962. What grade are you in?
Second grade?
Second grade. Well, you won't graduate. I sang this song before you were born.
Aloha, welcome. I'm Mileka Lincoln.
And I am Justin Lee.
And we are both class of
2002.
Team Bobcat, baby. Look at you. You're looking good.
You're not so bad yourself.
Can you believe they asked us to do this?
No.
This feels like a terrible idea, and we apologize in advance. But we are thrilled to be here with you tonight, bringing Alumai 2020 into your living rooms, lanai, wherever you may be joining us. Justin and I are actually speaking to you from the Madge Tenant Gallery here in HPA's historic Isaacs Art Center. Now, Isaacs, of course, is one of the many things that makes HPA and the HPA experience so exceptional. I mean, really, how many schools have a world-class fine arts gallery on their campus? Just us, one. A place where students can explore the artistic connections between Hawaii and the rest of the world. Now, the art featured here has been a part of supporting financial aid at HPA for generations. From back in the day at the original art auctions hosted by our beloved Auntie Anna Lindsay Perry Fisk to today, where every piece of art sold at the Isaacs Art Gallery benefits financial aid. So it's particularly fitting that we are here tonight, joined together for this important cause.
This year, financial aid has played an even bigger and more pivotal role in serving our students and families, helping to ensure through thick and thin we support one another as one big ohana. Through the evening, as you feel inspired, please consider making a gift in support of our financial aid by getting to our website at hpa.edu.
Once you get there, you'll see a button to make a gift. Just click it and you're good to go. And of course, we mahalo you in advance for supporting this very important cause.
But Mileka, before we get the ball rolling, there's just something that I've got to confess. Now, I had this feeling ever since high school, and now it's more clear than ever.
Yeah, okay.
That there's just something between us.
Thank God, it's the plexiglass.
Yes.
And actually, I had requested something thicker. You know, safety first.
Yes.
Security, yeah.
No
Health
COVID.
and safety, very
Health
important.
and safety.
Yes,
Yes. We hope you laugh. You may even cry. You'll be transported back into the days that inspired by new possibilities.
We may even learn something new tonight.
Huh?
Unlikely, since, you know, class of 2002, we were so strong. So strong.
But totally something new.
Together, we want to welcome you to Alumni 2020.
Hi, my name is Morgan Davis, class of 2021, and I am the student body president here at HPA. I would say that my journey started out like any other second grader entering a new school. But what made me different was that I was lucky enough to be a new student at Hawaii Preparatory Academy. My experiences from lower school to middle school and then to my senior year as president has been a life full of unforgettable moments that HPA has nurtured me to create. It all started in lower school, where I was immersed in a community full of role models and inspiration. Teachers like Ms. Polakova, whose annual student performances at Gates Performing Arts Center gave me the unique opportunity to stand in front of a crowd at a young age. From Mozart to ecosystems to manners, I can still recite every line from my third grade performance on tide pools, and my friends can definitely back me up on that. It allowed me to feel comfortable in an uncomfortable environment, which I can never take for granted as I stand on stage speaking words that I wrote rather than ones prepared for me. Or Kumukuvalu, who has taught us so much about Hawaiian tradition, culture, and language, and also so much about ourselves. She taught us to be confident and self-assured, as well as caring for each other and the environment. She taught us girls to be strong and confident and to be ourselves. After loving the ukulele festival in 5th grade, I decided to continue this in middle school and found myself on stage 2 more times. But this time, I was the big kid showing the little ones what to do. Another opportunity to lead and a reminder that we are the examples for the younger generations. Our 8th grade tradition performance brought a lot of emotion as we were entering the next part of our lives. Performing Don't Stop Believing together as a group was so special as our close-knit 30% class would soon be turning into a class of 80. High school continued to feed my drive to serve our special school as a class rep my freshman and sophomore year. And participating in Olympics brought out a whole new side of me as I learned to work with faculty and friends to make the best 3 days of the year possible. Planning dances and working with faculty and feeling their support taught me that my opinion was valuable and that what I said mattered, not just to my friends and family, but to other adults in the world. And it inspired me to continue to contribute to my school community. The more I gave, the more I received. Each of these moments have led me to become the woman leader that I am today, not only in the experiences that I've had, but also with the people that I've been surrounded with. Singing on stage or chanting and dancing with Kumukuvalu, I have learned to be strong and confident in myself and to hold myself accountable for what I say and do. HPA has shaped me, and I will carry the valuable lessons I learned here with me wherever I go. I am Kamakani.
Chicken skin, right? What an exceptional young woman, and what a shining example of the way HPA empowers our students to step forward into life.
Yes, and such a great reminder of why it is important for us to invest in them and their journey.
Yeah.
Even if small kind.
Just a little.
$1, $2, $100.
Right? $1,000?
If we all do a little together, great things can happen.
You're absolutely right, Justin. You know, my ohana has been rooted here in Waimea for so long, and HPA has always been a part of our lives. If you know the Lincolns, you know what I mean. And like so many of you who remain involved and committed to Kamakani, then you know that like the wind, HPA has shaped us, and its history is our history. So here's a look back in time. Enjoy this amazing peek into the early days.
It is September 1949, and in Waimea, the school that will become Hawaii Preparatory Academy has opened its doors to 23 students. Dedicated to scholarship, character building, and Christian training, the first waves of young men and women at the Academy were also well versed in adventure. The mountain climbing club scaled the summit of Mauna Kea 15 years before the access road was built. There were frequent swimming trips to Anna's Pond, bonfires in the back pasture, and horseback rides to Mana'a Road.
Waimea in the late 40s and early 50s was a town marked by Parker Ranch and the U.S. Marine Corps. When military encampments left Waimea following World War II, the town had a new entertainment center, a new airstrip, now Waimea Kohala Airport, and Bishop Harry Kennedy of Honolulu had found the perfect place for a new boarding school, on the site where St. James Church now stands. But long before all of this, before HPA or St. James Church, before the U.S. military and Parker Ranch, before Captain Cook landed at Kealakekua Bay, Waimea was home to thick forest of iliahi or sandalwood, ohia, and thousands of native Hawaiians.
King Kamehameha's strongest company of warriors, the Kipu'upu'u, were named after Waimea's piercing rains. For generations, HPA students have honored this tradition with the mele and oli of Hole Waimea. In 1989, longtime HPA board chair and alumnus Duncan McNaughton wrote, "The song has a great deal of meaning for those of us who went to Hawaii Prep. The school and its people, like the warriors, have grown strong while battling and being nurtured by Waimea's famous weather. Our school symbol is an ohia tree, bent with the wind, but still firmly rooted against even the strongest gusts. Hole Waimea, Windy Waimea, is much more than just the location of our school. Hawaii Preparatory Academy owes its entire identity to both this place and the strong-willed, adventurous, good-hearted people who have made it what it is."
In the early years, those who helped shape HPA's path included Bishop Harry S. Kennedy, who founded the school in 1949, Richard Smart, fifth-generation owner of Parker Ranch, Waimea's legendary Anna Lindsay Perry Fisk, who launched the biennial scholarship auction and helped establish the school's first endowed financial aid funds, Marjorie Robertson, the founding godmother of HPA, who gave selflessly of her considerable knowledge and talents throughout the school's fledgling years, renowned mid-century architect Vladimir Ostapov, whose design of the upper campus effectively set the tone, flow, and feeling of the academy for generations, Jeffrey C. Davies, who was largely responsible for moving HPA's campus from its original location in Waimea Town to its current home on Kohala Mountain Road, and James and Lynn Taylor, who left Choate School in Connecticut in 1954 to come to HPA. For 20 years, the Academy would thrive under the direction of Taylor, who believed strongly in both academic excellence and the development of character. This philosophy shaped generations of Kamakani through the 50s, 60s, and into the 70s, many of whom credit Taylor with establishing the blueprint of their lives.
Taylor retired in 1974, and the next 30 years brought expansion and diversification to both HPA and the world beyond. New curriculum and the athletic offerings, an increasingly global student body, and an expanding physical footprint. In 1976, the Village Campus was established thanks to the generosity of Woodson K. Woods, a great sailor, pilot, and all-around adventurer. Throughout the 80s and 90s and into this new millennium, Hawaii Preparatory Academy is, and always has been, grounded in its place and its purpose. We carry the old traditions forward evolving and adapting to reach successive generations. Tethered to core values like integrity and wonder, Kamakani know what it is to do the right thing, to celebrate and enjoy life, to ma'alama kaiaulu, to care for our community of spirit, land, and people.
Each of us is part of both the history and the vision. We honor the past, we look to the future with hope, and we live and breathe in the now. Hawaii, Waimea, HPA. We are Kamakani.
What? I didn't even know I had pictures in 1951.
Never even knew I had camera back then, right?
Let alone a yearbook.
Well, we hope that you guys had your hankies handy because that was such an incredible walk back in time. Makes my heart swell just to see what a place we live in. So grateful.
For real though.
Yeah.
Next up, something a little lighter. Many of you might recognize these Rascal Brothers in our next story. Can anyone guess?
Let me see that. Ooh, handsome these buggers from back in the day. Looking sharp in their luau style.
Okay, Francis.
Yeah.
First day at HPA. We drive all the way from Hokena. Mom, Auntie Theon, Thelma, take my stuff into the hall dorm, and there are 20 other little guys that are standing there looking at me. They all got off the airplane. They were, new, just like me. I was 11 years old. Mom makes my bed, and of course Bevo's standing there, so she makes his bed, and all of a sudden they're making everyone's bed down the hallway. All the little guys, helping them out, getting them out. So they're like the mother hens,
That's classic.
And so immediately I was popular. Yeah. So they leave, and Mom, they get in the car, and I remember standing out on the porch, the hall dorm, the old hall dorm, and watching them drive away, and they're waving, and it was pretty. And I went, whoa, they're gone. But I mean, everything was so new. I didn't really think about that. But Mom said that was the hardest thing she ever did.
For her?
Yeah.
So you weren't homesick right off the bat. You were pretty.
No,
good.
I was right then. We were just together, and
So in '68, I went.
Yeah.
Same dorm, the old hall dorm.
Mm-hmm.
They had actually, I think, put that building on a truck and brought it up from the old campus. But she didn't make my bed. I guess, 6 years passed, and she had Mike before us.
Well, Mike and I paved the way for you.
Yeah, I guess. I was dropped off. I remember crying for about an hour.
Did you? Oh, God. We were required. Were you required to write letters home?
Yeah, I think yes.
We had to write one every week.
I forgot all about that.
Well, anyway, Aunt Theon kept these and sent them to me a long time ago and said, you might want these someday. And I read through them. This is September 15th, 1960.
You're going to read it?
Yeah, it won't take long because they weren't that long. We were required to write a letter every week. Dear Aunt Theon, I got your letter on Thursday. I thought I wasn't going to get any mail until about next week. I just joined the Pee Wee football team. It's not the team that plays other teams. You see, the Pee Wee team divides up and plays each other. I joined up today. It is September 16th, 1960. The day you wrote me the letter, I wrote Mommy 1, and I did Mommy.
Oh, I like your voice. You're kind of back in the day right now. You know that.
Thanks. Boy, over here we're loaded with books and homework. Our first subject is arithmetic. I love that. Our second subject is English. I don't care for that. I have a lot of other subjects too. Our headmaster's name is Mr. Taylor. Please write soon. I have to say goodbye now. Yours truly, Robbie. P.S. I love it here. I'm not a bit homesick. Okay.
So my 7th grade year, I think I joined Pee Wee football, and George Purdy was our coach. And we had these little plastic helmets that had no face guard, and we used to head charge, right?
Yeah.
It was pretty amazing. And George Purdy.
Yeah, I can just crack in the whip. But
so that was all good.
Did you sing in the choir?
Yes, I was a tenor. I thought I was a baritone, but They kept moving me from the back row down to the front. All of a sudden, I was like, and the girls sang, they said, okay, go. I quit.
You quit?
Of course, it was embarrassing. I was supposed to, I'm football team. Listen to Francis up there. Like a little birdie. I gave it up.
The only reason we sang in the choir was we got to go to Honolulu and sing at the song contest. Ooh. It was a big deal in Honolulu.
Oh, embarrassing. They didn't want any lax time. When you're in school, you're in school. Then you're in sports.
Yeah.
After dinner, if you're smart, you're in your room studying. If you're like the rest of us, you're in study hall. No, you're in study hall. So it was a very regimented, and it was smart because idle minds. What's that? There's a saying that it leads to like mischievous stuff, and we were very mischievous. So remember, the headmaster.
The headmaster even had a nickname, called him the Bird.
I know.
That was his nickname. He kind of looked like a bird.
Oh, really? But remember the one thing that he said from day one? And I just remember this today when I was looking at his picture in that album. I remember integrity. That was his key. It was no matter what happens in life, integrity is your number one. Yeah?
Yeah.
That was kind of amazing.
That was ingrained into
that was all he cared about.
Yep.
That we had integrity.
Good guy. But one thing that I take away from this, and it's the the friends that I made here are still my best friends. It's really cool. And I mean, we bonded. I mean, we were so bonded.
It was like being in the army. It was like being, you were boarding school. You lived with them. You ate with them. You suffered with them. You celebrated with them.
They're forever. It's really cool, really good. And I'm still hanging out with those guys. Anyway, good fun.
Wow, I love hearing these stories from back in the day. There's just so much history here at HPA, and it is good to be reminded from time to time. Those Heim brothers, though, let me tell you, guarantee we only heard the tip of the iceberg here tonight. Their stories run deep.
Those boys are unreal.
Yes,
they are just so funny.
I love it.
But you know what?
Yes.
It's time for me to do a little stretch.
Oh, you gonna loosen up a little bit?
Yeah, I need a little intermission, please.
Yeah. Oh, this would be a good time for anyone who wants to take a break, get a little water, maybe a little wine, a little something.
That would be nice.
I got something for you. What? Yeah. There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
Got a drink for you. Got a drink for me.
Well, you got the drinks?
Yeah.
I got the snacks.
You got the snacks?
Yeah. Got a little popcorn.
Yeah. How are we gonna, what's the plan for, all right, well, we're gonna figure this out, and wherever you guys are, be sure to enjoy this student Kanikapila sesh. Cheers.
The melody's pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, don't worry about a thing, yeah, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
If you were the cafeteria cook, what would you make for lunch?
I would make pasta and lettuce. If I was the cafeteria cook, I would cook probably ravioli and fruit. Maybe like chicken katsu with some fries. Pan musubi. Spaghetti. If I were the cafeteria cook, I think I would make poke bowls. Pizza. And ice cream.
Like pizzas and stuff?
Pasta, because it's the only thing I know how to make.
I'd probably make green guava salad.
And why is that?
I had one of those yesterday in garden class, and they're good. Sour but tasty.
Nice.
Grade. What a privilege to be joined by our head of school, Patrick Phillips. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, and aloha everyone. Thanks to all of you for joining us to support financial aid at HPA. Of course, we wish we could all be together celebrating in person. HPA's Alumni is a celebration of everything that makes HPA so special. So we ask you to join in and give generously from the heart to financial aid. Every gift, any amount, makes it possible for our students to access the exceptional HPA experience. Students like the ones you just saw. So mahalo to everyone for being a part of it.
And mahalo to you for being here.
My pleasure.
I'm sure Justin's around here somewhere. He's probably eating a snack or something, but we probably got to bring him back.
I think so.
Yeah, unfortunately. Mahalo again to all of you who are joining us from all over the world. While COVID-19 may have physically separated us, we are Kamakani strong together, and your participation makes a huge difference.
Guess who's back?
Oh, yay!
Oh, don't oh yay me. I heard upgrade.
Listen, what I meant was from PJP to JB Lee.
I guess I can accept that.
Best of the best.
O2!
Team Bobcat.
Switching gears now. Something that has always made HPA great is that our community is made up of people from all over the world. And you are beautiful in every single word.
Okay, well, our singing has ended, but what has not is our appreciation from folks who come from all over the place, but then quickly become a part of the fabric of our HPA Ohana.
So Allison, tell everyone the story about what brought us to Hawaii.
Sure.
So we were here on vacation, remember, spring break, from California, and it was kind of towards the end of the vacation. I think it may have even been the last day, and Ethan, our middle son, I think he was a junior at the time, he was kind of sitting there overlooking the ocean. We were staying down at the beach, and he turns to me, and he was kind of emotional, and he says, "What are we doing?" And I said, "Well, we're packing up to go to the airport. We're going back home." And he's like, "No, what are we doing?" I said, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "This is crazy. Why are we leaving here? This is so wonderful. I'm so happy here. Why are we going back to Silicon Valley?" And little Olivia, who I think was maybe 6th grade at the time, she kind of came marching.
7th grade.
7th grade, came marching over, and she's like, "Yeah, what are we doing?" And all of a sudden I'm like, "Wait, you're right. What are we doing?" I think you were playing golf. I don't even think I asked you. I think I told you. I think I said, "So your family's made a decision and we want to move to Hawaii." And then I think the next phone call I made obviously was to HPA, and there happened to be a spot for Olivia in 8th grade, and Ethan was going to be a senior. So we took a plunge, and I moved over here with the kids because you were still working. And we thought this was just going to be a 1-year, we called it our gap year experience, and you were flying back and forth. And our gap year has now turned into 4 years and our forever experience. So.
Yeah, so Ethan, our son who was going to be a senior in high school, was the one who really initiated this, which we were kind of surprised because to leave high school your junior year and go to a new school just for 1 year is not something that most kids would choose. But we were also really impressed that he had the courage to do that, and we wanted to support him. And his sister was going into 8th grade, and we figured either she would go back to California for high school or this would work and she would stay here. And of course it worked better than we ever imagined. HPA has been incredible for both of them, and even so much so that our son, who was in college at the time and was really jealous that his brother and sister got to move to Hawaii, was asking us why we waited until he had gone to college to make this decision, was so impressed with the education that they were getting that when he graduated from college last spring, he applied for a job at HPA, and he's now here teaching at HPA, his first job after graduating from college. So now all 3 of our kids have had an HPA experience, and they've all been incredible experiences. We were living in Palo Alto. I was working at Facebook. Our kids were going to private school in Silicon Valley, and the education was great, world class, but the culture of Silicon Valley is very intense. There's a lot of pressure on the kids, and what Ethan really recognized, and I think what Olivia also, even though she was only in 7th grade at the time, was starting to realize, is that it's just an unhealthy environment emotionally, psychologically. And Alex, our oldest, who was already in college at the time, had experienced that himself and had struggled a little bit in high school with some of that. And Ethan was starting to see it and was feeling it and really just felt like it wasn't too late, and he wanted to make a change. And he knew from his summer camp experience that this was a different kind of culture, and one that was much more loving and supportive and just as good of an education as any school in the mainland, but with a much more loving and supportive culture. Of course, they could have been boarding students, but Allison, there's no way. Allison chose the kids over me.
I did, and I took the dog.
And the dog, and we got another dog. But I was also very supportive and happy, and I went back and forth for a year, and then once Olivia decided she wanted to stay here for high school, which we also were extremely supportive of because we knew how great of an experience this was for her and how life-changing it had been for both of them in that first year. I left my job so that I could move here and be with the family full-time. What's the question about Olivia?
How has HPA and the larger community here in Hawaii influenced Olivia and the rest of the kids? I think Olivia's influenced her the most out of all of the
She's spent the most time at HPA, so this is her this is her 4th year now.
Right.
So she went 8th grade and then freshman, sophomore, and this is her junior year.
I always tell people Olivia is, she just feels like she is of this place.
She's been taking Hawaiian language for the last 3 years.
Right, yeah. I think the difference between having a boy and a girl going through the HPA experience is Coming from Silicon Valley, there was a lot of pressure for both kids, all three kids. But coming to HPA, I think Olivia felt not only incredibly confident, but I think she felt beautiful. I think she got here, and because people celebrated her, not all the achievements, but who she is, I think she feels more beautiful here.
Yeah, middle school for girls is a really tough
Really
time.
hard, yeah.
And, you know, she was involved in all of the kind of cliques and cattiness that was going on that happens everywhere for middle school girls. But when she got here, it just, all of that just melted away.
Yeah, I remember her first day of school, she came home with girlfriends, which never would have happened back at home because the cliques were so intense. And the girls walked into the house, they immediately called me auntie, they hugged me, which I don't think I've ever had an 8th grade girl hug me. They wanted to talk to me as the parent, they gave me eye contact, which didn't happen. And I remember them leaving, she's like, Mom, I've got friends, it's the first day of school. And they're still her friends to this day, but that's the beautiful thing about Hawaii is in general, not just HPA, it's much more accepting.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the natural beauty of Hawaii is obviously a huge attraction, and the fact that you're living in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and the weather and all of the elements of being here is so powerful, but really the thing that we fell in love with was the people.
Yeah.
And the sense of aloha, the feeling of being connected to people on a deeper level than you could really ever feel connected back in California.
Don't you want to wear a lei every day? I mean, it just makes you feel fantastic.
Yes.
We wouldn't give anybody a lei in California.
Yeah.
It just is like, the minute somebody puts that on you, it's that feeling of, I honor you as a person. I think that's the other thing I love about Hawaii is there's just song and dance everywhere. Ceremony, and it feels really good.
Yeah, and HPA embodies that.
HPA really embodies it. In fact, Ethan's graduation, I will cry if we talk about it. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, and Olivia's even from 8th grade.
That's right.
An 8th grade graduation that made us cry.
That's right. It's funny because we always say that we moved here for the kids, and which of course we did, but we didn't realize how incredible it was going to be for us and how rich our lives have become just by being immersed in the Waimea community and in Hawaii Island itself. It's just magnificent.
That segment, I mean, it spoke to me. It really, really did.
Good.
You know, growing up here, being a part of this place, it really makes me feel so good. When I hear that others appreciate it and see some of the things that I see, that they see why it matters. You know, why it's important to us to join in and become part of it.
Perfectly put, Justin. And again, speaking of joining in, let's not forget why we are all here together tonight to support a very important cause, financial aid at HPA. So join in, everybody. Every gift, any size makes it possible for students to access the HPA experience. All you have to do is head to our website, hpa.edu, click on the link that says make a gift, enter your deets, and voila! Presto! Your gift has been made. Kiddos are happy and we are incredibly grateful. Mahalo. For generations, HPA has been dedicated to providing our students with exceptional learning opportunities grounded in place and purpose. Today, our students come from all over the world and right around the corner. Our next story gives us a little window into what's on their minds these days.
Inside baseball. I like it.
For this one, the question is, what is your favorite thing to do at school and why?
My favorite thing to do at school is art because I like learning new things about art and different artists. Play on the monkey bars.
And why is that?
Because I like hanging. My favorite thing to do at school is probably math because I like math. To do math, and math is just fun for me. Play on the playground.
My favorite thing to do at school is probably meeting all the new kids and seeing all my friends again. My favorite thing to do at school is football with my friends because it's fun and it's active.
Art, music, garden, and recess, project class, and lunch.
My favorite thing to do at school
is I like to read, and I like reading because I just like reading.
That's a great answer.
My first day of school, coming out of public school, just like, I didn't think I was good enough. Like, you hear so much stories, like, public school is, you know, their education system's not the best, not the greatest, and then I get to HPA, and first thing I walk in is just this nice, beautiful campus, and like, this is my 8th grade year. It's gonna be one of my most important years, getting ready to go to high school. And so I talked to a couple of teachers. One of my first teachers was Mr. Bernstein. First thing going through my head, I was just like, I really hope I can make a good first impression. And even to this today, I still have Mr. Bernstein backing me up with my music, and I'm very thankful and grateful.
Yeah, I feel like here at HPA, it's very welcoming, you know? It feels like a big family almost. No one's like, doesn't want to meet you when you come here. I know for me, like, one of my favorite things to do here is to meet all the boarders from around the world. I feel like that's such a special and unique opportunity to get to like discover other people's cultures and how they were raised versus me being a local Hawaii kid. So
yeah, coming from Alaska, it was very like just one culture, and then coming and getting to meet all these different people and have new perspectives and really learn was super awesome, and it's made me a global citizen and a better learner just being in a classroom with kids from all around the world. And it really makes you think about problems more than just where you are, but like all throughout the world, and I think that's really important.
I remember meeting a bunch of kids from Germany on my football team, and then seeing that talent come out and come play football for us on our football team made my day, because that's the year we did very well. And I was just like, thank you guys for coming out. And like, just when they came, it just became just one ohana, and just everybody just came together.
I wake up every morning and I just take them, and I'm just like, I'm so happy I'm here and I'm able to go to school.
Yeah.
And so, you know, like, I'll wake up and then I'll call my mom, and my mom will be like, how are you? How's school? And then be like, the fact that like we're able to integrate the land around us into learning as well. Like, you know, we're able to go to this outdoor classroom one day and we don't have to sit inside.
I think for so many students, they find things they're really passionate about just by being here that they didn't know they were passionate about in the first place.
there's a lot of different options, like lacrosse and water polo.
I do gardening.
Tennis. Yeah, gardening.
Yeah,
and
you
there's
can always find your
art
passion in
too.
something.
Yeah, there's art.
Like when I didn't know I'd love gardening. You know, I was just like, that's an interesting class. I'm gonna check it out. You know, there's no gardening where I'm from, so I go to gardening, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. This is like the most amazing class ever. Cause you know, like back home, whenever I try to grow stuff, you know, it just dies. And then like, you know, I throw a seed in the ground, and then a week later, oh my gosh, it hatched. And I don't know, hatched, it grew. You know, it propagated, and I was just like, it's so cool. I don't know the word.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
That's a big word. I don't know what it means.
It's so cool to you know, I think the fact that like you're able to go here, like, and you know like why you want to be here and everything, and like what your main purpose is. Like, I feel like if you go around anywhere and ask someone, why are you here? What do you do here? What do you like doing here? What's your favorite thing? They're always gonna have an answer. There's gonna be like, I don't know, you know, everyone has an answer.
I feel like people know what everyone has their thing because there's the opportunity to have your thing, you know? At other schools, there wouldn't be like robotics and anything you could think of. So it would be harder to find your thing. But I feel like here it's super easy because you can try everything.
Well, the capstone program, you know, they let seniors and they let you find your passion throughout the whole HPA experience, and then you get to the capstone and they give you funding and amazing mentors. Like, I have a mentor from NASA right now, you know, and they let and they let, you know, kids really like find their passion, and they give you all the resources and everything you need. And it helps with colleges, it helps finding out what you really want to do. And it's an experience not to just do a project, but to learn how to make something meaningful, you know, that's just beyond the curriculum, but it's you deciding your own learning.
And you know, I feel like this school really sets people up for success, no matter what field it is, and I think that's really something very profound.
We love HPA, basically.
We do love it.
HPA.
Thank you, HPA.
Amazing. Doesn't it just give you the chills and bring back all the good feels of our time at HPA?
Memories.
Oh, goodness.
Like baby Milaka.
Oh, my God. Let me see that.
Look at
What
this.
is this? Our yearbook? Oh. Team Bobcat. But there you are. Look at that stud in his tuxedo.
You know, just trying to keep up with you. I was waiting for my Envy invitation.
Must have got lost in the mail.
She must have upgraded.
All right. We're not going to go there. But we are going to move into our final speaker of the evening. She's been a parent, a volunteer, and a leading voice for HPA throughout the years. Enjoy.
Aloha, wow, Alumni 2020, virtually outstanding. And while I miss celebrating with all of you in person, getting to spend this hour together learning, laughing, and getting grounded in some of what makes our island home and HPA truly extraordinary was magical. I hope you loved it as much as I did. I am Lori Ainsley, current HPA board chair. Most importantly, I'm a proud parent of 2 HPA alumni, Hunter class of 2012 and Jesse class of 2015. I'm really thrilled to be part of this special event. HPA has been part of our family for over 20 years. My husband Sam and I first came to Waimea in 1992. Instantly we were home. The friendships, the opportunities, the depth of beauty in each day, we couldn't imagine a more perfect place to raise our children. HPA was a key factor in our decision where to settle. Quickly, the school became a central component of our lives, and obviously I can't get enough, and they can't get rid of me. Here I am, still committed to HPA, the continued success of this school, long after our own kids have moved on. With our world rapidly changing, I know that now more than ever, our great school deserves my support and yours. From working in the trenches as a past CFO, to parenting, to serving as a trustee, I have worked alongside the most creative, passionate, and dedicated people. Every day is full of potential and promise at HPA, and unlike many other organizations I have served, there is a recharge and reminder of what we do in each Kamakani encounter. From a play at GPAC, May Day festivities, watching a game from the tree line, attending a capstone presentation, or alumni reunion, we are all constantly inspired. You realize that you are part of something much bigger than yourself, providing the support you can in that moment so that more and more young people continue to grow at HPA and leave us prepared and excited for the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. I lead and serve HPA from my heart. I care about where we have been and very much about where we are going. HPA is family, and I'm grateful to be in it with all of you. Thank you for joining in for financial aid and for supporting future generations of Kamakani. Aloha.
You know, listening to that, I feel like the future of HPA is in excellent hands.
Best.
You know, the whole experience really just makes me feel so proud to be an alumnus. You know, that love, it's real.
I couldn't agree with you more, Justin. You're absolutely right. HPA is so firmly rooted in our traditions and also reaching for the stars. And so we bring this very special celebration to a close, and we want to say mahalo to all of you for joining us and being a part of this incredible HPA Ohana. We truly are a family, even right now when we have to be separated by COVID-19. Together, we are Kamakani strong.
Thank you for joining in, and thank you for giving generously from the heart. We truly appreciate you.
All of you. As I appreciate you. Such a pleasure to be with you.
Thanks, Maleka.
Yeah, you're so welcome, Justin. We'll see you guys next year.
Aloha. Oh, you want to sing? Go ahead.
Hore wai mea I kai he a Kamakani hau mai nā lea ke ki pūpū he la o kala I na ke anu I o oi kana hele o mai heki kula kula oi kamala nai a ke ki pūpū no luka maka o ka o wai uri Nini au ea ka pua ka koa I he ea I ke anu kana hele o wai ka ea la ea.
That's just how we did it. Awesome. Full circle.
Wind's gonna blow, so I'm gonna go down on the road again.
Mahalo for supporting
Starting
HPA.
where the
Mahalo
mountains
for
left,
supporting
end up
HPA.
where
Mahalo
I
for supporting HPA.
And I appreciate
Where
you.
I'll
Thank you for
go.
being here.
Winds only know
It was truly,
the
truly
times
impressive.
around the bend.
A puerto. It was truly a puerto. Like, oh my god.
Never coming back again.
I had a girlfriend from senior year. Senior year. No, Honolulu. God, remember there were no girls. Don't say that. I mean, girls? No, there were a few.
I were the cafeteria cook. I would make lamb chops for lunch.
Well, I mean, the lunches right now, they're okay, but I'd probably want to add something like ice cream or something.
Mahalo for supporting HPA.
Singing Waimanalo Blues.
I'd probably bring in something I made out of seed pods and old broken drones.
That's awesome.
I work with electricals sometimes.
Nice. That's so awesome, Fedora.
Mahalo for supporting HPA. Mahalo for supporting HPA.
Mahalo for supporting HPA.